Why hello you amazing beautiful people, and welcome back to another Tuesday reaction video. This is the best. I don't actually know what I'm gonna do this Friday, because I don't have any plans to react to any videos this Friday, and then we've got the documentary dropping on Friday, so it might just be late. And to be honest, the documentary coming out this Friday might just have to be next week's Tuesday reaction, so you guys might just have to wait for that one, because this Friday I'll be spending Christmas with my family and the kids and stuff like that, so I won't be able to react to the documentary, which is really annoying, because I want to watch it. But anyway, that little ramble out the way. It is 2 days till Christmas, and I thought it would be really cool to check out some Taylor Swift Christmas songs that I've never actually heard before. I didn't even know she had a whole Christmas album. So she has covered Last Christmas, and she's also got her own other original, which I didn't know about, which is Christmas When You Were Mine. So yeah, we're gonna check out both of these right now. Please like the video if you want more Taylor Swift reactions. Please subscribe as well if you aren't subscribed already. Come on, it's Christmas. Spread the cheer, press subscribe. And I really wanna wish all of you watching this video the best and most wonderful, magical Merry Christmas. And if you do not celebrate Christmas, the best and most wonderful, magical December 25th. Let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Taylor Swift's Last Christmas. Look at young Taylor. How old is this album? Oh.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
I don't know how I never knew this existed. I don't know how I never knew this album existed. Oh man, do you know what makes this so cool is how much Taylor loves Christmas, because you know that when she was making this album, recording this song, she was having the best time.
Once bitten and twice shy.
Ooh, go on Taylor.
But you still catch my eye.
Beautiful,
Tell
I
me,
know.
baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me.
I bet she just made this whole album
Merry Christmas,
smiling.
I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you fool me again. Last Christmas,
I always find it interesting with this song because it's like happy because it's a Christmas song, but it's sad. You know, they're literally about giving someone your heart and that they don't show you the same love back. But then like Christmas rolls around again and you're thinking about that person even after a year, and you know they still have your heart
gave you my heart, but the
even after
very
all this
next
time.
day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
I love her accent as well.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you gave it away.
Taylor with this like country style vocals and stylization on Last Christmas.
To someone special. A crowded room and friends with tired eyes and
It's interesting how like younger Taylor sounds exactly the same. Like nothing's changed, exactly the same, and yet completely different. And it always feels weird saying things like that because they don't make any sense. Like you can't be the same and different. Well, apparently you can.
from you and your soul of eyes.
Oh,
My God,
God.
I
Her
thought
high
you were
notes are so good on this.
rely on me. I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a face on a lover with a fire in his heart, a girl undercover but you tore her
Oh,
apart.
the violin.
Maybe this year,
Hearing that violin just made me realize that she covered this song with her whole freaking band.
I'll give it to someone special.
Oh man, I got like a flashback vision of Taylor's old band, the violinist and everyone all there together.
But the very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day.
You can hear that like little twang as well in her voice when she says heart, because she like puts like the words like differently to how she does now. It's like heart. I can't even do it. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try.
You gave it away.
honey.
To save me from tears, I'll give it to someone
I'll give it.
special. And last Christmas,
The violin is such a nice addition. I never would have expected it on a song like this to work, but it really does, doesn't it?
won't be anything like last Christmas. I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. And this year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
I am such a sucker for Christmas. Like when I met my wife didn't like Christmas at all. I probably told this story before, but yeah, she didn't like Christmas at all. She had no interest in Christmas, didn't like Christmas. Just she was like proper Ebenezer Scrooge, you know, like just no interest. And the main reason for that was because Christmas for her had mainly been tragedy. Like she'd only ever had bad Christmases in her past, and I myself had a lot of bad Christmases, but I had a lot of good ones as well. And I always find the magic in Christmas. I don't fall into the traps that are set, you know, like this is why I always say, Christmas is what you make Christmas. Like, it can be anything you want it to be. It doesn't need to be about presents. It doesn't need to be about food. It doesn't need to be about family. It is what you want it to be about. If you want your Christmas to be you putting on your favorite movie and ordering a pizza, then make it that. And then every year you can be like, Christmas is my day where I relax, I get my favorite meal, I watch my favorite movie. And that's what Christmas can be about. It doesn't need to be complex or big or extravagant. It doesn't need to be what everyone else has it. And I think that's where a lot of people fall into problems with Christmas, because, you know, there's like, people feel a bit lonely and people feel a bit sad and people feel a bit pressured as well. And I always say, like, just take a step back and think about, what would you like this year to be? What would you like this Christmas to be? How would you like it to be? And then build it from there. Because for me, Christmas has always been about the day. Like, my Christmas is the idea of waking up, seeing the magic in my kids' eyes, and then just everyone just being comfortable in the house. That's it. It's that simple. Everyone being snuggly, wearing pajamas, you know, not getting dressed for a whole day, and just eating so much food that you feel like you've gained loads of weight, and just sitting around and having the TV rotate Christmas movies all day. Like, all day, just rotating and rotating and rotating Christmas movies. And you're just sitting there with your family. And that's it. Nothing complicated. Nothing crazy. Just that. That's what my Christmas is about. That's what I like it being about. We're going to add a couple new traditions this year. I'm making the dessert. I'm baking some of my famous coconut crumble cookies. And I'm also going to be making my new and improved homemade French toast recipe, which I've been working on. Because I've been making a really good French toast. And that's that. And the only reason I'm talking about this is because Taylor just puts me in the Christmas spirit. I listen to Christmas Tree Farm all the damn time. I think it's a lovely song. I'm at a point now where my sons want to listen to Taylor Swift, and I just think that this whole album is so perfectly her. I haven't even heard the album. I've heard one song, Last Christmas. But the idea of Taylor making a Christmas album could not be more perfectly fitting for her. Because someone who's so passionate and full of love and just loves Christmas, I think this is just amazing. And I think her cover was beautifully her. It worked well with her vocals, gave her own spin on it, added her own band and the violin, and just made it so perfectly Taylor that I just felt like I was listening to the song for the first time all over again. I'm a little bit worried about the next one, if I'm being honest, because it's called When You Were Mine. I feel like it's going to be sad. We'll see.
Please take down the mistletoe, 'cause I don't wanna think about that right now.
gave me a landslide Fleetwood Mac vibe.
Snow-covered little town. My mama's in the kitchen worrying about me. Season's greetings, hope you're well. Well, I'm doing alright if you were wondering.
It's interesting how this song kind of builds from Christmas Tree Farm, although I know that one was released after, but she's talking about like everything she wants is in her hometown. She wants to be back with her mother and that sort of stuff. And whenever Taylor talks about Christmas, she always talks about going home. And I really like that.
Lately I can never tell. I know this shouldn't be a lonely time, but there were Christmases when you were mine. I've been doing fine without you, really, up until the nights got cold.
I would never let any of my kids spend Christmas alone. Never. I can't. I like no chance. I'd be on a plane. I'd fly over the world. I'd never like. I don't even care if they were like telling me they were happy and they were fine. Don't worry about it. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm there. Even if they don't want me in the house, I will camp in their garden. Like never happening. Never happening. Just hearing Taylor say this, like having this person that she was close to and them no longer being there and her like Christmas being lonely for her and her being sad and just wanting to go home. It just hurts.
Everybody's here except you, baby. Seems like everyone's got someone to hold.
Everyone's here, so this is more of a lonely but not alone.
But for me it's just a lonely time, 'cause there were Christmases when you were mine. Merry Christmas, everybody. That'll have to be something I just say this year. I'll bet you got your mom another sweater. And were your cousins late again?
You can never tell if these songs are literal or figurative. And with Taylor, it's usually always literal, but whether or not it's about her or one of her friends or someone she knows, that's where the questions come. But I find this so sad because I just feel like this is a Christmas that she spent, where she was with someone and spent a Christmas with them, but then the next one came along and they kind of matches the last Christmas song a bit sadly. And it's just Taylor on her own, missing them and just being on, like, just wanting them there. And that's all she can think about. Christmases when she had
You
them.
were putting up the lights this year. Did you notice one less pair of hands?
What a line. What a line. Is this like Taylor spending it with her partner's family? And in the past, they all put the lights up together, but this year she wasn't part of that ceremony.
I know this shouldn't be a lonely time. There were Christmases when I didn't wonder how you are tonight. 'Cause there were Christmases when you were mine. You were mine.
Well, not every single Christmas song is a happy one. And I think that's important. I do. And although it's not how I like spending my Christmases, you know, I want to like surround myself with positiveness and bring everybody up. And that's a selfish way of doing it. And that's fine. Christmas, you're allowed to be selfish, you know? But I also think it's the time of year where you should be the complete opposite as well. And I think that's what Taylor is reminding us here by sharing her own feelings, her own story, a Christmas where she is on her own, missing someone, reminiscing over Christmases she spent with that person, by her being vulnerable like that with us, she is able to make us want to reach out. And I think that's what she did here. Like, I want to reach out. I want to message people. I'm not even joking. When I was listening to this song, I was thinking about people in my lives listening to it, which is why I might have been a bit quieter. And I was trying to think about everyone in my life who I'm close to, and if any of them were going to be on their own. If any of them were going to be on their own this Christmas, and if so, to make sure that I either called them, contacted them in some way, even invited them over. And that's another thing I've started doing. I was always quite selfish with Christmas. I always wanted Christmas to be just my little bubble, my boys and my wife and our bubble. And in recent years, I've realized that I don't want to do that anymore, because I want to make sure that Christmas isn't just good for me, it's good for everybody. So this year was the first year I invited people around for Christmas Day, which I've never done before. And in the past, we've had people around for Christmas Day, like my wife's father, and it's always been really nice. And especially when you have young kids, you don't realize like how much people relish being around like kids on Christmas. And yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I was listening to Taylor tell this beautiful, sad story with just her and her guitar, and this felt like she was just sitting there by a fire and just singing to herself, just so raw and real. And yeah, and for me, this song has just made me think about making sure that no one in my life is sad. Like everyone in my life knows I'm thinking about them. And beautiful. If there's someone, maybe this can help, and if there's someone watching this right now, maybe you're gonna make a phone call, send a letter, just let someone know, someone who might be on their own this time of year, that you're thinking about them. You know, maybe arrange to see them in the new year or something, and give them something to look forward to. I think it's always important to make sure that if we're having a good Christmas, that we spread that joy to other people who might not be having a good Christmas. Anyway, I hope you wonderful people enjoyed this reaction, and I want to wish you all an amazing and magical Merry Christmas. I love all of you, and as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.